Hola! It is Señor Soccer, also known as Mr. A. And I hope you had a marvelous New Year's. And I really hope you played snowball soccer. If you haven't played it yet, or if you'd like to learn the skill beforehand, this will be a fun one. And it's also going to be a skill we'll use when we learn hacky sack later on in the year. All right, so we're going to learn how to juggle or bounce the ball on our feet and our thighs. Now this is a really cool skill to use because people will think you're a really good soccer player if you can do this, even if you're not that good. It's a good way to fool them. That's what I do. I love bouncing the ball on my feet and my thighs and my shoulder and my head. And they're like, oh, come and play soccer with us. And I'm all like, not today, I'm too good. So if you want to fool your friends and family, learn this skill. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kick the ball off the front of our foot. And we're going to use our dominant or kicking foot. And we are going to angle our foot so it's not sticking out, but angled it upwards so when it hits our foot, it hits our laces, it'll bounce right up to you. Now you can pass the ball right to your foot, but I think it's a little easier to actually let the ball bounce on the ground and kick it back up. Just do it one time. That's all you need to do. Kick it back up. Also, bend your knees slightly. It'll be much easier. Once you get good at bouncing the ball back to you one time, try your other foot. For me, it's my left foot. It's my non-dominant foot. It's the foot I don't kick with when I'm in the Olympic soccer games. All right, I'm gonna hold the ball out, angle my foot, bend my knees, and kick the ball back to me. And kick the ball back to me. When you get good enough, and it's boring just kicking the ball once, see how many times you can kick it on each foot. Or even an easier way is not just kicking on one foot, but if you lose control, you can use the alternate foot. All right, so let's try it. Let's see if I can at least do two. Drop the ball, 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. Again, bend the knees, angle the foot. 1, oh, didn't do very good this time. 1, 2. All right. Now, when I was in high school, our soccer coach wanted us to dribble off our foot or knees 100 times. I never did it. It was way too hard. I could maybe get up into the 20s. All right, now another really good one that I actually always start off with when I'm dribbling is dribbling off my knee or my thigh. Now I like to juggle or bounce off my thighs first. Now when you do it, you have to make sure your thighs are flat, not angled, and you never want to hit your knee because the ball will shoot off and break your mom's vase or knock your dad's cat over and you'll be in big trouble. All right, so instead of bouncing on the ground, I'm just going to drop it to my thigh. Remember, flat thigh, bounce it back up once. Again, use your dominant leg first, the one you use more often, and then switch to your non-dominant. 1, 1. Now, once you get really good at it, see if you can bounce it 2 or 3 times. Now, I like to cheat. I actually like to spin the ball towards me when I do it, so it doesn't shoot off in the other direction. So let's see if I can at least do it 2 times. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 and 2. Now, I'm not going to teach you too long because I don't want you bored, but besides just using your thighs and your knees, thigh, thigh, foot, foot, you can also use your shoulders. Boom! That's a fun one to practice with. Practice with your... And if you are not scared of a concussion, which you should be very careful, maybe you could wear a football helmet, try bouncing it off your head. Now at school when we play soccer, I don't let any of the scholars use their head. Because one time in a high school game, we were playing soccer and I went up to head the ball and a shorter kid came up and he tried to head the ball. But instead of hitting the ball with his head, he hit my eye instead. And I got a big, black, puffy eye. Now I looked really cool like a boxer, but it hurt a lot. So that's why when we play soccer at school, no headers. Plus, you might get a concussion. All right, I hope you practice my favorite soccer skill, dribbling or bouncing off the feet, off the knees, and if you get really cool, your shoulders and head. All right, I'll see you on the soccer field. Wink.